Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. Today we're going to take a look at the energy of the moon astrology for the next 4 weeks. We'll be doing each week individually, and I will timestamp it. Boy, you have a lot coming up, but I think that's because of that full moon that's happening in your sign. Okay, so we have I'm going to do the 4 weeks, each week individually. They will be timestamped, so you can check them out as you go along. But leave me a comment so you can be in the drawing for the free reading that I'm doing for the Equinox. We start off this week, February 28th through the 6th, with the moon in Aquarius. The moon in Aquarius is going to conjunct Mercury. It's going to conjunct Saturn. This is energy where you really want to get in touch with. It is the energy of communication with your higher self. It is great brainstorming energy, right? Mercury rules your sign. You understand this, right? So this is really great for brainstorming, but it's about ideas and how to create solutions, and it feels very spiritually guided. Kind of energy around this. This moon in Aquarius for you is happening in your 6th house of balance, right? So how do you bring everything in your life into some kind of a balance? You have here fortune, protection, skills, and possessions. Ancient amulets. Get in contact with your spirit guide team and ask them to bring forward for you the knowledge and the wisdom, the skills that you have obtained in other lifetimes that would be useful for you in this lifetime. So you can do this through journaling. You can simply ask for this. Notice what you get interested in after this. Notice where you're drawn and attracted to, what resonates for you, what really builds for you. This feels like a doorway that is opening as an opportunity for you to really dive deep into some ancient wisdom and knowledge that you are bringing forward. So as I called in your spirit guide team, the grandmother showed up. This makes sense now. So they're here to support you as you remember who you are, that you are divine, having a human experience, but that you also came into this lifetime with innate gifts and skills that you have not yet tapped. And so this is an opportunity to really look into that and see how you can use that. So the moon moves into Pisces on Tuesday at 5:53 p.m. This is also Fat Tuesday. Pisces likes to expand, so watch out for overindulging. You literally have move. It says move. Barnacles only grow on a dock. Shift, breathe. Break from the water's surface and soar up beyond the turquoise sea. You have voyage and journey. Wow. So some of you are actually considering a physical moving from one place to the other, or so it could be a home, it could be a job. It's something that will create balance, work-life balance, right? Because we're talking about your 7th house partnership. Interesting. So there's some kind of a move you're looking to make, maybe getting into a partnership. This is a new course. This is something that feels a little risky. Like you can't you can't anticipate all the things that are going to happen. You really can't. And so being open to not having total control, you are a mutable sign. You can adjust. You adjust your sails, they're saying. So adjust your sails to the changing winds. There's something that's coming along that's an opportunity, a big opportunity for you, because we have that new moon that's happening in your 7th house of partnership, business, or work. Or intimate. So there's some kind of an opportunity with this new moon that's coming, and if you're willing to step off onto this new path and adjust your sails, I think it really works out great for you. You have the zinnia. It says what is not here is the key. What is not here is the key. Ask your spirit guide team to bring forward the information that you need, that's buried deep inside of you, that you're supposed to be bringing up to the front. The key here, what is not here? So they're also saying, do you feel joy in your life? Because if you're not feeling joy in your life, that's the key. The key is to follow the joy. It's always the key. If you're not feeling happiness, if you're feeling loneliness, whatever it is, it's the absence of something is the key. So the journey, the risk, the opportunity is to seek out that which is missing in your life that makes you feel balanced and whole and complete and in love with life again, they're saying. Wow. Okay, so that breathing, I think, is about being willing to take the risk and then allowing yourself to go there. So that full moon, I'm sorry, that new moon happens at 12 degrees and 7 minutes of Pisces. So it is at 12:35 p.m. It is a Cassini new moon. That means that from 12:05 to 1:05 p.m. This is Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. That is the best opportunity to take a moment, take a breather, sit down and breathe and write. What is your big goal, your big dream? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What do you want to plant the seeds of intention for? It'll take probably 18 months for it to come to culmination, and that's okay. You know, step by step, slow and steady wins the race. You know that probably better than any other signs. Right before that happens at 11:33 a.m., and 11:33 a.m. shows up twice. That is what time we have. Okay, so we have 11:33 a.m. Mercury, your sign, your ruling planet, conjuncts with Saturn to create this opportunity to really build some structure. And that is 11 is a gateway and 33 is growth and opportunity. It's the energy of the Empress. When we get to the equinox, that happens at 11:33 a.m. also. And so this is a very significant time frame that bookends a lot of what's going on during the Pisces season, right? And so this is an opportunity to step through a gateway in a way that creates growth of a very significant factor in your life. The moon is going to also be conjunct the energy of Pisces that wants to expand things. It is going to, tomorrow on Thursday, it's going to conjunct Neptune that wants to just keep expanding this idea out there. It's going to be in the energy of choice, of making choices, good choices, with Mars, conjunct Venus, conjunct Pluto. And the really interesting thing is Venus, who's been hanging out in Capricorn for 4 months now, is as of Wednesday with this new moon into new territory. So this new moon is really about making choices and decisions to move into new territory that can really build something really amazing in your life if you're willing to step out onto the path, they're saying. Step out onto the path. So give it a shot. All right, so gosh, this feels like Virgo energy to me. All right, so the moon moves into Aries at 7:52 p.m. on Wednesday. You have the card of healing. This could be, you are probably a healer and you don't remember that. So you could be healing your own physical body, your own mental, emotional, spiritual, whatever, or you could be helping to heal others through information or knowledge or wisdom, right? So for instance, maybe you're like really into gardening. I find a lot of Virgos are. I have a lot of strong Virgo in my chart, and there is no place I'd rather be than hanging out in the garden and with my hands in the dirt, right? It's very, gosh, it feels so good, right? But those herbs, they do things that maybe you don't recognize. You know, dandelions aren't weeds. They're actually, you can eat from the root and make a tea out of the root all the way up to the leaves, up to every part of it is available to you to do a healing in your body. And so maybe it's time to take a look at what herbs you know or something. There's some ancient knowledge or wisdom, some kind of healing, hands-on healing Reiki is definitely something worth exploring. This is something that you do for yourself using crystals maybe, especially being an earth sign. So Friday, this energy is really about what are you passionate about? What is the project you want to work on? And also significant other energy is really strong this weekend. So maybe this is a healing in a relationship or a partnership that you have going on. So Aries is your 8th house of transformation, the healing, whatever healing you choose to activate. We've got Chiron hanging out in Aries, and so the moon is going to conjunct Chiron, and so there's an opportunity to do some massive healing for yourself in your 8th house of transformation that will allow you to. So it might be healing of a relationship, an actual physical ailment, something that emotionally bothers you. You release it and let it go because you got that full moon coming up in your sign in just a couple weeks, and so really powerful energy. This card is vibrating. There's put a lot of thought and weight into the importance of what that card is trying to signify there, because it's very, very important. We have Venus conjunct Mars moving into Aquarius on Sunday morning. So at 1:23 a.m., Mars gets there. 7 minutes later, Venus runs up and catches up with him. At 2:12 a.m., they're holding hands right there, exact at 0 degrees of Aquarius. And so this is the energy of the divine masculine and divine feminine, doing things differently, seeing things from a different perspective. Aquarius, this is all about working outside of the box. And they're about to have a conversation with Saturn before too long about building a structure that is out of the box thinking that brings everything into balance. Sunday morning, right after that, the moon's going to move into Taurus at 3 a.m. And honestly, if you are with a significant other, some of this healing could be happening in that relationship, because that is very sensual, again, using your hands to heal, very sensual energy. And so if you want to snuggle in and stay in bed a little late and sleep in, I think that this would be a day where you give yourself permission to do that a little. It just has some beautiful energy to it. So I really encourage you to take advantage of that kind of an opportunity. So let's take a look at the week of March 7th through the 13th. That moon is now in Taurus. This energy this week is actually really sweet, and I encourage you to enjoy every second of it that you can, because next week is really dicey, and the week after that's not very comfortable either. Okay, so as we get closer and closer to that full moon and that need to release, the tension starts building. Right now it's really sweet, it's sensual. We've got on Monday, we've got that fellow earth sign, moon in the fellow earth sign of Taurus for you, that is going to be in that energy of making choices and decisions with the sextile energy with Jupiter, the Sun, Neptune. It's going to conjunct the North Node. What direction do you want to take things in? It's going to sextile it's going to oppose the energy of the South Node, which is what are you willing to release and let go of, while it's squaring off with Saturn. Saturn is about what is the structure that you want to build, and it's also about consequences for actions, right? And so making your choices carefully in a way that it really benefits you. This moon is also going to square off with Mercury. Mercury's conjuncting with Saturn on exact conjunction, I don't know, sometime this week. I've lost track. Okay, so the thing is, they're so close, it doesn't matter when the exact conjunction is. That energy is right there, and it's at play. Mercury rules your sign. You understand that it is about analyzing things. Mercury in Gemini is curious, but when it's in Virgo, right, when it rules your sign, that is the energy of really feeling the structure, building the solid foundation, everything needs to be organized. And when it's talking to Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius, Saturn says, hey, how can we change the structure? Do a little out-of-the-box thinking to create a better structure, a better framework for what it is that you're trying to create and what it is you're trying to manifest here. And so there is really great energy around networking, building structures in new ways. I see like a trellis for plants to grow on, but I also see the energy of the spider web, where the vibrations go out and you network and you bring and draw and attract to you the information that you need. We have the moon moving into the other Mercury ruled sign of Gemini at 1:40 in the afternoon, and that's going to conjunct immediately with that divine masculine, divine feminine energy of of Venus and Mars. And so there is definitely this energy around there is this energy. So I'm sorry, Saturn and Mercury already conjunct exact already. It is that energy of when the moon is in trine with Saturn right after it does this. This is networking. This is building business opportunities. This is marketing. So marketing could be actual marketing for a business. Marketing could be marketing an idea, or marketing yourself to a group that you want to join. Or marketing comes in a lot of different ways. It's how you represent yourself. It's how you market yourself, right? And there's some real energy around by doing that in balance to really create something dynamic in your life. You have the winter's dream and you have the caterpillar. The winter's dreams is gestation period, and the caterpillar, we all know the caterpillar gets ready to go in the cocoon to become the butterfly, and it's called opportunity. So right now, there's this pause, there's this breathe, there's this opportunity to develop the framework for what it is that you want to expand. You're not going to be there this week, but you should be in the energy of, so the caterpillar and the cocoon, right? It breaks down. I used to think it went in the cocoon and then the back unzipped and the wings came out, and that is not what happens. It completely dissolves. There is an order out of chaos energy that's coming up in a couple weeks here, and it starts now for you. So it breaks down and all the little goopy cells, the DNA, all reconfigure, and they find their way back into the butterfly. So this gestation period, this step-by-step Knight of Pentacles, slow growth, development, very Virgo energy of doing things in the right order to create and manifest something new. That is very strong, very powerful for you this week. You've got that moon going to trine up there with that energy of Saturn that wants to create the stability. So it's about focusing on the practical problem solving in order to get things in place and not trying to rush the process. Perfect for you. That's your superpower. Don't let anybody tell you it's not. So let's take a look at a couple other things here. We do have Mercury on Wednesday morning at 8:32 in the morning, moving into Pisces. So now it's opposing your sign. This is really going to amplify your intuition, especially around ideas around partnerships, right? Either spiritual partnerships, community partnerships. It's one-on-one, though, relationships. So it could be business or it could be personal. It could be your relationship really feels a partnership. I was going to say with your kids, doesn't feel like that at all. This feels like a one-on-one situation where you're really going to find that thing that really fits for you, that really works for you. So, I'm laughing. Oh my God, you just can't get this any better. Step forward now and sing your song. There is power in finding your voice. So speak up and ask for what it is that you want. You have the canary. But what it came with was the crane. The crane is all about partnership. You will soon enter into a beneficial partnership. Luck and longevity will bless this union. It is gestating right now. It's not here yet. But you work on yourself, right? In order to be a butterfly, you have to have all your stuff in the right position in order to make that work. And so here's your opportunity to really pull everything together. It feels like an energy definitely focusing on you, what you need to do to get yourself in the right framework. They're saying framework. So, do you need to, if it's a business partnership, what do you need to do? Like, do you need to get your finances in order? Do you need to take care of your resume? Are you trying to build us something? Marketing again coming up. So it feels very business oriented. If it is a romantic partnership, have you done the work of understanding that loving yourself first allows you to be in a partnership where you are open to love and being loved in return? That it starts with you loving yourself. Have you done that hard work yet? So there's some kind of a framework that is very much ground up within you that needs to be done first in order to attract in whatever this relationship is that you are trying to bring in. I really think for some of you this is romantic. But business also, you have soulmate relationship, which can be either, right? Soulmates come in all forms. Honest to goodness, I have recently met a soulmate, and it's a dog. It's not even mine. That dog and I are connected. So this is like, it can be your pets. It can be a person, a friend, person. Usually your friends are persons. But friendships, it can be your children. Maybe you're pregnant. Maybe you're pregnant. Congratulations if you are. And that is your soulmate that's coming through. Because we have this protection, but it's the mother protecting the baby energy here. So no matter what it is, either you're the baby and you're being protected by spirit, or you are protecting an idea or a new relationship or an opportunity, or the baby that's coming in. You and your loved ones and your possessions are safe and protected by heaven. This one says new romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now, and you have empowerment. You are more powerful than you realize, and it is safe for you to be powerful. It is safe for you to speak up and to speak out about what it is that you want or need in any kind of a partnership, right? Whether it's business or personal, it's important that you put it out there. That moon in Cancer on Friday and Saturday, it is definitely about bringing balance to that divine masculine and feminine energy. It's going to trine with Mercury up there in Pisces. It's going to trine with Jupiter, the Sun, and Neptune. It's about expanding through your emotional energy of connectiveness. It may feel like you're up in your head and you're doing a lot of dreaming and stuff, but this is important to do at this time. Believe me, you're going to kick it into gear. And I hope you kind of take a down day on Saturday because we lose an hour of sleep anyway. The Sunday was daylight savings time starts, and personally I'm excited because now my car will have the right time in it because I never like to change that. All right, because I like daylight savings time so much better. So the sun is going to conjunct with Neptune on Sunday, and then later in the day at around 3:32 p.m. That's not at around, that's exact. The moon's going to move into Leo. And Leo is your 12th house. So again, I really think a downtime, take it easy over the weekend. Don't get stressed about it, but I do want to encourage you. 12th house, moon in 12th house, it's hard to be very motivated, and it is really tense starting Monday. So even though you're not feeling wholly motivated, I would do any prep work you can for the week ahead. You know, pick out your outfits and pack your lunch and, you know, have everything all lined up. You'll thank yourself for that when you get there. Because here we go. Let's take a look at the next week. So 21, 40. Let's take a look at the week of the 14th of March through the 20th. We are now in daylight savings time. I'm super happy. You have here, wow. Let me think why this is. Okay, so the moon in Leo is really tough energy for almost everybody because of what it's doing. But the moon in Leo for you is in your 12th house, which doesn't set so many things off depending on what else is going on in your chart. But that moon is going to oppose Venus and Venus and Mars and Saturn up there in Aquarius while it is in a T-square, right? So the two opposing in the T-square, and the outlet point is in a fellow earth sign there of Taurus. So maybe this change that you're going to feel the need to make, that's a nice flow of energy. So there is power struggle energy going on that day, and things could really explode, but I feel like it moves in your favor. I think there's an opportunity to really enjoy some of this energy. The moon is going to be totally irritated by what's going on with all of the planets and placements that are going on in Pisces. I think people are going to be frustrated because plans don't come together. So I want you to focus on this. You have the eggplant dragon and the orange dragon, and it's fun and rewards. So your great attitude is going to totally determine what your days are like at the beginning of the week when everybody else is freaking out. So you enjoy this because most people are going to have a tough time. And I think you guys look like, if with the right mindset, you can totally manage this energy. And that is amazing. And then the moon is going to move into your sign, Virgo, at 12:59 a.m. on Wednesday. A lot of people are going to be feeling like there's a struggle to make a plan come together. And I think even you are going to be feeling this a little as that moon opposes Mercury and, you know, it's in that irritating energy with Venus and Mars and Saturn, and it's going to oppose Jupiter. And I think that there's a lot of tension around, I really want to expand this, I want to do this, I want to get this going, but things don't seem to be falling into place. And I think you're going to really notice it. So take a deep breath and relax, because, you know, the energy building up to the full moon is a little tense, and then it's like it happens, and then we can all breathe and we can get where it is we need to go. And that full moon happens at 27 degrees and 40 minutes of Virgo on Friday morning. Wow, you get another card. Okay, on Friday morning at 3:18, it is trining the North Node, fellow Earth sign in Taurus. It is in sextile energy with the South Node in Scorpio. The South Node in Scorpio for you would be your house of communication if you are a Virgo rising, but it's the energy of releasing and letting go of things that do not work. And a full moon is always about the releasing and setting free an idea, letting it go, seeing where it's going to level up to, bringing things into fruition that you've worked on. And so you have here, you have perseverance. Of course you do. Yeah, so we have harvest and sow. It's the end of a cycle. Harvest and sow. Complete a cycle and then get ready because there's a new cycle that starts. It's like the wheel's always spinning. When it's like you're at the top. You're like, yay, I'm at the top, and then it starts descending, right? And you get down, and you're like, oh my God, is this ever going to complete? And then you start coming up, and here we go. We get to the completion, and then a new cycle begins. And it's always the way it works. But honestly, the way it really works is we spiral this way. And so as we're spiraling around the wheel, you can choose to stay on the same level or you can spiral upward. And as you spiral upward, you have the opportunity to look back at all the lessons you've learned, what you're doing, how much you're improving. And so, yeah, it's a new beginning, but every time you're like starting from a higher vantage point. And so if you can really do that, Daffodil, trust in your power. That is such a March card right there. You have the garden, time for nurturing. Of course you do. And the willow. The veils are parting. The veils are parting. Information and downloads are coming to you. I really can't encourage you enough. I'm going back to this a couple weeks ago where they said to ask for your gifts that you have learned, the knowledge and the wisdom that you have gained from previous lifetimes to be brought in now, to be utilized now. These are some of the seeds that are being harvested now. Things that you have done in previous lifetimes are coming in now, and they're an opportunity to do that. So you have the motivation to keep going despite the odds, to persevere. I think a lot of people are going to be like, what is going on? And I think you guys are like, no, we can handle this. We can do this. And so I really want to encourage you to really find the fun, look for the rewards in every moment. And I think that it really works out for you. So, Moon's going to move into Libra on Friday morning at 7:26 in the morning. Moon in Libra is going to trine Venus and Mars and Saturn. And so this is some really empowering energy, and answers start coming into view and things start being, it's great problem-solving energy to really lean into. And it is in the house, if you are a Virgo rising, of what you value, your self-worth, self-esteem, and finances. And so I think you start to feel this. And meanwhile, Venus, that rules Taurus, is squaring Uranus, which rules Aquarius, where she's hanging out. So there is this pressure to create change. They're really working it hard. And so you have an opportunity to do this. And you have the card of embrace the balance between earth and spirit. I'm laughing because that is the energy of Libra, finding the balance between the divine masculine and divine feminine, between the earth and spirit, right? And so that's that focused attention to what it is that you know, believe, trust, manifesting it. Focused attention, lightning strike, but it creates this balance. It's how you manifest, is you take ideas out and you ground them, and then you build on them. And so really focusing in on that energy is going to take you quite far. Quite far. We have the spring equinox coming again. If you have not commented on this video, I can't encourage you enough to do so that you are in the drawing for the equinox video that I'm going to be doing. So it's personalized for you. It comes to you in your email, the link does, and then you get to, that's just for you. So spring equinox, again, we're back at that 11:33, the gateway into new growth. Perfect for the spring equinox. So the sun is going to move into Aries at 11:33 a.m. Right before that, seconds before that, is when we have the equinox, right? They're within a minute of each other. And so this is some really powerful energy. I really want to encourage you to get outside and enjoy the springtime or the fall, wherever you are. This equinox is about finding the balance, right? Equal day, equal night. It is about finding the balance. So encourage you to do that. Now let's take a look at what's going on next. So we're going to look at March 21st through the 27th. The moon got into Scorpio just a few minutes after the equinox at 11:45 a.m. on Sunday. The moon in Scorpio goes deep. There's a real need to get in touch with your inner self when this happens. And again, this is about your communication. So for you, this could be possibly with siblings, close associates and stuff. And this is the energy you're walking into the week with. But that moon in Scorpio's got a lot of things challenging happening during that time frame. So I really want to encourage you to look out for the manipulation of yourself, things that you do that manipulate people, but mostly I think you need to watch out for how other people are trying to manipulate you. This week has a lot of really tense energy, and it's a paying attention to details, your superpower, that helps everybody win the week this week. So I think you already are like standing a little taller than everybody else as we get into this. We have Mercury going to conjunct Jupiter at 2:06 a.m. on Monday with that moon in Scorpio. So I cannot encourage you enough to pay attention to your dreams, the ones you have while you sleep, but also the ones that you have awake. Pay attention to where your drifty energy goes, because that is part of this whole gestation period, to figure out what it is that you want to create and manifest. The moon's going to oppose Uranus and Taurus. The outlet point is in Aquarius now. So it is in the problem solving, in the energy with Venus conjunct Mars, conjunct Saturn. This is intuitive problem solving that's happening, because remember, we have Mercury now in Pisces. This really amplifies the intuitive ability of everyone, and especially for you. So this moon is going to be trining that energy of Jupiter, trining that energy of Mercury there, and on Tuesday, trining Neptune. And so a lot of intuition coming through on how to creatively problem solve. Some people, however, are going to choose to do it by being manipulative. So heads up on that. Don't want to get caught with your pants down, right? All right, so you have here keeping it in check. I'm laughing. Pay attention to what's going on, it says. Pay attention to what is going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. Your attention to detail, leaning into your superpower, no matter how motivated you are feeling, and I do think you're going to be feeling very motivated after that full moon, don't let it sway you from paying attention to the details. They're really key here. And the gift of neutrality, balance, right? Finding that balance again. The yin and the yang are opposite forces, but they reside side by side to create the gift of neutrality. Venus and Mars are conjunct. That's divine masculine energy, yin and yang. They are in a very neutral, emotionally neutral sign of Aquarius with Saturn, which is also pretty emotionally neutral. It's a karma. What you do that's positive comes back to you. What you do is negative comes back to you. And so there is this energy of really appreciating and using that vantage point of things are happening around me, and I don't get dragged into the drama. I don't get dragged into them. Don't allow what people are doing drama-wise to try to manipulate you into jumping into something. Take your time. Make your decisions with a very clear head this week. We've got Mars going to square Uranus. It's really itching for a change at 4:44. Can't make up these time things on Tuesday. So this is an angel number. This is a very angelically guided change that is trying to occur. So really connection with your spirit guide team. Again, they're saying really pay attention to that. So moon moves into Sagittarius at 2:59 p.m. on Tuesday. Mercury is in exact conjunction with Neptune on that day. That is when the manipulation will be at its highest point. It's the energy leading up. After that, I think it eases a lot, but still, be aware of that energy. You have here again that whole energy of creating balance by having some fun. You have the elves, playfulness, and the earth, stability. This is staying grounded and enjoying what's going on around you when everybody else is freaking losing their mind. The gift of neutrality allows you to enjoy the energy of this week when really it's very tense for most people. You guys can have a really great week by just staying out of the fray. Really going to be very beneficial to you to do that. So I really can't encourage that enough. There's a lot of dicey energy. Things are going to come to light. we've got the moon squaring Mercury and Neptune. I think a lot of manipulation that's been going on for a long time is going to come to light. And so pay attention to the news. Don't get caught up in the drama of it, but wait and see what happens. Information is coming up. Things are happening. I can see it. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to try to be my, dig into my Virgo energy that week and just try to watch it from an observer point of view. Okay, so Moon moves into Capricorn, fellow Earth sign at 5:54 p.m. on Thursday. Friday has some challenging energy as the Saturday. So there is a really good flow of energy to make change, some stressful energy. I think it's challenging, okay? But I do think that when the moon is in Capricorn, it overcomes obstacles by using its intuition. I can't encourage you enough to lean into your intuition, to look for the next step. What's the next step? Okay, this looks like the right way to go. I'll take this step and keep moving forward. I think that's how you stay in control and you manage the energy and you manage the day. Yep. Let Spirit be your guide, the Hawk Spirit. I cannot tell you how much I am feeling like this month is a great month if you do not have a regular spiritual practice, that you develop one. Even if it's only every Sunday for like 10 minutes in the morning that you sit down and you journal a little bit, it is being consistent. It doesn't have to be daily. A lot of people are really busy and daily is difficult, but the consistency so that they know when you're going to show up and when you're going to have the conversation with them, that is going to really play a role. And you have the parrot spirit. Watch your words. This week, I can see a lot of very difficult energy where people are going to be losing it. Mercury is very busy. Mercury is very busy, and it manages speech. And the energy in Aquarius, actually on Saturday night at 8:55 p.m., the moon gets into Aquarius. And so that combination, pretty tough. So I really can't encourage you enough to select your words calmly and from a space of neutrality. Stay as neutral as you can, and I think you really win this week. So that moon in Aquarius, we're going to cover that more when I do next month. But Mercury, your sign, your ruling planet, is moving into the sign of Aries on Sunday. And so now we've got Mercury there and we've got the sun there, and things are going to be really picking up the pace. So take some time to journal and really write down and watch your words. Could also be when you connect in with Spirit and you're journaling, don't worry about what comes out. And when you get all done, go back and with neutrality, read what you wrote about things and learn and grow from that. Spirit is trying to tell you something important this month, something that you are a gift from the past, a gift from past lifetime, or maybe from past in this lifetime that you haven't worked on in a while. Something important is trying to come up that's going to be very empowering and is going to lead you into a very strong position around some kind of partnership, business or personal. I'm not sure, but this is a very interesting month for developing that. So good luck with that. Pay attention to all the details this month. You generally do, but this month really tap into your superpower. It'll really benefit you. So I am on Facebook every day. If you'd like we do card pulls, and they're a little bit different, but we definitely talk about the energy of the day. And so I would love to see you over there. If you have not checked out the membership portal, I encourage you to take a look at that. I do monthly Q&A there, and the Love and Soul Path readings are there at just $4.99 a month. So that's a really good deal for that. Let me know what you think about this. To get your free reading for this equinox is coming up, and that equinox seems very significant to you because you got your Mercury is changing signs right then. The sun is going to really be amplifying that, and of course Pisces is in your 7th house of partnership. But this is your 8th house of transformation, Aries. So leave me a comment so you can be in the drawing for your equinox reading. And that finishes out when we get to the fall equinox, which would be back in your sign. So really could be very beneficial to you. You guys take really good care of yourself. I look forward to seeing you soon. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the all so you know when your sun, moon, and rising come out. There will only be these videos coming out every month and a monthly video. So you won't be inundated with a bunch of notifications. All right, you guys take good care. I'll talk to you soon.